Have you ever come out of a blackout like 2 courses into it? It happened on Saturday. And apparently I met the guy Friday, but I completely forgot, and I just carried it over. I was really confused about where I was or who he was, but apparently I met black guys. So, I like to consider myself aggressively single. I was dating a guy, a much younger guy, for a while, and we recently broke up. But it's fine, because it got really exhausting having to constantly explain, like, you know, what is a VHS tape, or what do you mean rewind? Like, what does that mean? Whenever you give a guy that young like a mixtape and it's on a CD, he's like, is that a coaster? What do I do with this? So that was actually kind of great. We're actually like best friends right now, which is cool because, you know, we became close really quickly, and then until one of us dates somebody else, and we will not be friends anymore. I'm just waiting that out. This most recent breakup, I decided I had some rules I needed to follow so I wouldn't become a mess like I have done before. So some pretty key rules are, you know, number 1, don't drink so much. Number 2, don't drink a lot. Number 3, you should probably stop drinking. Number 4, look at your life, look at your choices. So I did that, and I decided to attempt a dating app for gay men, which we've already established that I am. And it's called Grindr, which I don't know if everyone knows what that is, but it's so for the white women out there, I'll explain it like Pinterest. So like if Tinder, which is like a straight app, if Tinder was a Pinterest board, it'd be like, oh, it's my wedding pictures and like the flowers, everything else. And then if you have Grindr, the Grindr board is just dicks, all kinds of dicks on it. If you're a straight male, there's probably one of you in here. Hi, sir. It's like fishing. So if Tinder is fishing, it's fishing. You're just, you know, putting it out there, waiting on something. Grindr is just going to the aisle and picking out whatever you want. At the Jewel, or if you're really cool, Whole Foods, but let's not get crazy. The thing about Grindr is you learn a lot about a person before you even meet them. So like on their profile alone, it's like their height, their weight, their picture, probably without a head on it, just their body. Because I don't really need to see their face. Or know their name, you know, like their name is like Hungry Bottom. Like I don't really know. Ted, is it? No? Okay. But their interests are like, you know, knitting, walking on the beach, light bondage. At which point I get confused because I don't really know what light bondage means. Does it mean there needs to be a rope in the room? Or like a key, you give them the key while you cuff them? Like I don't understand how it works. So I never really gotten into that. It's kind of always thrown me off. You know, it's always like, okay, what's the safety word? Get off me. Like I don't really but I don't like to use Tinder because I don't like to be, I prefer to be rejected in person instead of just like subtly being swiped left or right. Like you could do that in a bar, it would make my life much easier. You get through a bar much faster, just get out of the way. But it doesn't really, well I do that sometimes, but only about 4 beers in. Also, you can't send pictures on Tinder, so with Grindr, that's like all you do. So it's like, how do I know if I like you or not if I can't see a picture of your dick next to a remote? I need that scale. Like I need to know what I'm working with. Not an Apple TV remote. I'm not gonna fall for that. I need like a Comcast, like multi-universal remote, just to know what you're really just what's happening. So that was always problematic because I mean on Grindr it's like you have these really cool like, you know, conversations like what kind of movies do you like, and it's like, well, according to Netflix, you know, female comedy is a strong, you know, foreign lead, like some weird category comes up with. It's like, cool, my favorite color is blue, here's my ass. Okay, cool, so drinks then, or are we just going to go straight to it? So I gave that up too, and I decided to just start meeting people in person, which is tricky because that's not a thing people do anymore, really. And being recently 30, my type has changed from, you know, whatever, to a beard and a bank account. And a full pulse. I mean, it's a probably a weaker one. But because I am 30 now, and the southerner in me, the southern like scared white woman is confused because I'm not married yet. So I'm frantic about it. So I'm like, I should probably, you know, nail one down and trick him, you know. Which is hard because, you know, I have 3 shots of Jameson. And I'm like, what can I? Oh, you didn't want to move away? Got it. Okay. It's kind of my go-to. I've learned a lot about myself though. It's you know, after I've had a couple drinks, I'm really flexible. Especially if I didn't pay for them, so that's perfect. That's just one drink, but I didn't pay for it. The other one, like, I'm also gonna just like lean in for the. I'm just gonna lean in for the blowjob. I don't really know what else to do. I get really nervous. Some shit would be like, "Hi, how are you? Good to see you." No, you wanted to. Okay, conversation. We're doing that. Okay. But I've also been on a few like really bad dates too. So like when you actually get on the date and you panic and you don't know where like how to get out of it, the best way to do it is just be like, "So what is your favorite wedding song?" Anything Sarah Bareilles? No, not that. Okay. I gotta go. But they usually leave faster than I do. If they stay, then that's more problematic actually. Also, I've decided after like 3 a.m. at any bar, I don't even introduce myself. I'm just like, "You'll do." Like, I don't need your name. I don't need your number. I just need to know what your address is, and we're taking your car or